Go back. Hello YouTubers, welcome to the channel and welcome to a new video. My name is Richard and I buy old cars. And this is my Rover Mini Cooper. It's I think it's a 1991, but it could be a 1990. Now, I have owned this car for at least 5 years, 6 years, maybe more. And it's supposed to be a keeper, but I'm selling it, and I'll tell you the reason why. So, I bought this car as a bit of a doer-upper, however many years ago it was. It belonged to a friend of a friend, and I had a Yamaha DT125 that I'd bought, that I was actually planning on keeping, and my friend talked me into swapping my Yamaha DT125 for this Mini Cooper. And because it was a really good deal, I did it. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done it, but I did it. So, when I got this car, it was pretty solid, but there was a problem with the engine. I was told it was the valve stem oil seals, and so yeah, I bought it knowing that it had problems. It was out of MOT, the engine was smoking quite badly, but to be fair, I got a really good deal on it. I bought the car, and my girlfriend at the time, she really wanted an old Mini. I remember what they drive like. They're great for an hour or two to knock about in. They're like a little go-kart, but they're noisy, they're uncomfortable. I didn't really want the car, but she wanted it, so I got it. And the plan was to get the problems fixed on the car, get the engine fixed. I thought it was the valve stem oil seals. It wasn't. The engine was knackered, but the plan was to get the car fixed. So what happened with the car after that, I'm trying to think now. Okay, so as I was saying, I got this car and I was hoping to get it fixed. And actually, one of the first things I did was I got these mini lights refurbed, and I got new tyres put on. But they were new tyres about 5 years ago or something like that. So whether they're any good now, I don't know. Now, recently the car's had a new battery on. It's currently got the brakes locked up, so we won't be driving it out for you to see today. But I mean, it is pretty solid. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. But because it's just been sat for so long, it's just deteriorated, and yeah, I'm just sick of seeing it. So recently it did have some welding done on the floor. In fact, I might be able to show you that here. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's had some new metal work. You can probably see through the gaps there where the new metal has been welded underneath. So it's had some new floors. I think it had a little bit done on the bulkhead. And if you can see underneath, the battery box was done as well. So it's pretty solid in general, but I mean, there's just so many bits like here. And then I'm sure there's a bit on the sill and the jacking point just here where it's not great, and then just here around the roof guttering, it's just going a little bit. So I got the car and I took it over to a garage, a friendly garage that I do a lot of business with, and one of the guys there, he was gonna get stuck into it and repair the engine problems. Like I said, it was smoking quite badly, so he was going to repair the engine problems and fix it. Now unfortunately he came back to me a few months later, after the car had been sat in a yard for a couple of months, and said, look, I've just got a lot going on at the moment with his ex and different things that were happening. I haven't really got time to do it. So can you take the car away? So I went and got the car, and I think it went down my mum's drive for a year. I bought a cover for it. It might have been on my drive, I can't remember. I didn't have this unit at the time. So it sat on my drive or my mum's drive for a year. And I took it to another garage. And basically, I think we did a scope or something like that, and we determined that this might have been at the first garage. I can't really remember, it's been so long, but we determined that the pistons, the pistons were knackered and it needed a new engine. So I bought a new engine for it, and it came to another garage, and it sat in this other garage for at least a year, and a new engine got fitted. Okay, so the engine was fitted, but it wasn't quite running properly. So it sat in this garage for ages, and then I got sick of it being sat there and asking about it all the time. So it came back to my house and sat on my drive for another year. And then I said to a friend at another garage who I'm friendly with, can you fix this car? He used to use minis as a banger racing. He used to banger race minis, use them as stock cars. So I knew that, I mean, I'm talking a long time ago, don't worry. Obviously nobody does that now, but I knew that he knew about minis. So the car went to his garage, and he, initially he got it running, he got it going properly, and he was supposed to get it finished off and get it MOT'd and mess about with it. And it sat inside his unit on a ramp for probably about a year. And then it went and sat outside his unit for probably another year. It sat outside, well, maybe not a year, but it sat outside last winter. And yeah, he had some problems, he had some personal problems, and I won't go into that right now. It wasn't great for him. And probably February this year, he sort of said to me, look, can you take this car away? Can you get somebody else to do it? So I went and picked the car up. I've now got my own unit, so the car's been sat in my own unit. It runs. It did drive until the brakes locked up before we started this video, because we were going to show you it driving up and down, but unfortunately the back wheel is locked up at the moment, so we won't be doing that. And yeah, that's the story of my Mini Cooper. Now, I've had enough of the car. It was for an ex-girlfriend, as I mentioned. I don't want the car anymore, so this car is now listed on eBay. So I wanted to get this car mint, and you know, the values are only going to go up. I was never really planning on selling this car. I wanted it to be in really nice condition, and I was just going to keep hold of it, but it's just getting in the way. It's never been right since I've had it, and it's just time to move it on. So what do you think? It's on eBay at no reserve. It actually sold a couple of weeks ago on eBay for something like £2,170 or around that mark, and the guy never turned up. So it's been relisted again, and it will be ending on Sunday night. So this car will be leaving very soon, and it's a bit of a sad ending, but I've just had enough of the car. I just want to see the back of it, to be honest. It's a bit sad to say it, but yeah, it's just time for it to go. So that is my Mini Cooper. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, if you want to see more content like this, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm hopefully gonna do a few videos, and yeah, let me know what you think about my Mini Cooper. It's a few days later, and as you can see, the car has sold on eBay, and the car went yesterday, so it's now sold, and it's sold for £1,995. So somebody got a bargain. So yeah, a bit of a sad ending, but there it is. You can't win them all. I probably had a lot more money than that in the car, but when they've got to go, they've got to go. Okay, as long as you win on most of them, I suppose. Yeah. And just a little note, ibuyoldcars.co.uk. If you're getting rid of your old car and you are based in the Yorkshire area, send us a message on ibuyoldcars.co.uk, and who knows, perhaps your car could get a feature on the channel. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.